This is making me deeply uncomfortable. It sounded like the ramblings of a madman. But I am enjoying the weird squeaky noises. That is quite a voice. Welcome back. Once again, another reaction video of songs that you people have sent me. Some familiar names in this one, and a couple of new ones, and one kind of mystery one, which we'll be getting into. First of all, I'm trying to get through all of my suggestions that I can find, because there's so many, and I keep looking for them, and I keep not finding many. I don't know if I've just exhausted all the ones that you've sent me, but I really doubt that. There's been so many over the last months. No further ado, let's go. Okay, so this first one, I wanted to get out of the way first of all, because this is not suggested by any one of you, I don't think. I found this on my phone. It was like buried in like hundreds of notes in my notes app on my phone. I've no idea who suggested this to me. This was months ago, and it's just like one note thing that just says this one song, which is London Grammar Strong. I've really no idea who sent this to me or suggested it to me. I'm imagining it was someone in a bar, maybe. But let's see. I've never heard of London Grammar, so this should be interesting.
Excuse me for a while I'm wide-eyed and I'm so down caught in the middle. I've excused you for a while I'm wide-eyed and I'm so down caught in the middle.
Okay, wow. I wasn't expecting something like this. This is different. Holy crap. That is quite a voice. No one's ever suggested anything to me like this before, and this has taken me quite by surprise. This one might be tough to get through.
Turn a blind eye with a stare caught right in the middle. Have you wondered for a while? I have a feeling deep down you're caught in the middle. If a line was what you.
This might be, without exaggeration, the most beautiful voice I've ever heard.
If a child calls what you know to give them. Yeah, man seems so strong. Yeah, man speaks so long. I've never been so long. side and I'm so down, caught in the middle.
I don't know who this artist is. I don't really even know when this is from. It sounds quite recent, but how have I never heard of London Grammar before? I've never even heard the name. This is shockingly beautiful.
Have you wandered for a while? I have a feeling deep down you're caught in the middle. Yeah, man seems so strong. Yeah, man speaks so long. Man never been so wrong. And man seems so strong. Yeah, man speaks so long. Man never been so wrong.
It's like she has like a deep voice and a high-pitched voice at the same time. How is that possible? Well, that's a first. That was indescribable. That was very sudden and unexpected. She may well have the most beautiful voice in the world. I need to check out London Grammar. Whoever suggested this song to me, thank you. This is quite a standout suggestion. And annoyingly, I can't even thank you, he, she, whoever. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do now? What did you think of this? This is so different to everything else I've ever reacted to on here. As is my reaction. That was by far the most beautiful song I've reacted to on here. That was angelic and like it made my insides go all fluffy. I'm kind of lost for words, in the same way that I'm lost for words when something is so ridiculously brutal that it just blows my face off. Same thing with this, just the complete polar opposite. I'm lost for words. I need to look into London Grammar. Thank you, whoever you were. Okay, I've composed myself a little bit. Next suggestion. Next suggestion is from Skallagrim Mr. Kveldofsson, I think is how I'm supposed to pronounce that. And this was a comment on one video reacting to, it was either was it Broken by the Scream? No. Bandmade? Maybe, or Hanabi? One Japanese band, I forget now which one it was. But this was suggesting, no, it must have been on my Broken by the Scream video. I'm so flustered, man. As you can see here, the song is called Tsuioku no Nazca by Broken by the Scream. So I am gonna hazard a guess that this is gonna be quite contrasting to that last song we just heard. Wait, this is 14 minutes? Okay, I'm not reacting to something for 14 minutes. We'll see what happens. I'm going to say the same thing as I said the first time I reacted to Broken by the Scream, which was one of them sounds like Satan himself. And you got a bit of a clearer view of them in this video. And in this song, they're doing the same exact thing as the last song. I can't remember what it was called. Like, looking at these women, the voices don't match the faces. It's very odd. It's kind of unsettling in a way. The vocalist from Cannibal Corpse looks like someone who would sound like this. This does not. First of all, this song is a little bit less chaotic than the other one I reacted to a few months ago. And that little change there, that reminds me of something. I think it might be Dog Fashion Disco that this is reminding me of now, in this chunk of the song at least. I was expecting more chaos, I will be honest, considering what I experienced the first time with them. But let's see where this goes. I'm looking at the progress bar, and we're 2 minutes 15 in of something that's 12 minutes. I'm not doing this for 12 minutes. To me, this is so absurd, probably to you as well, yet they're playing it so nonchalantly, like this. Like I said with the last video, like this is totally normal to them, but to me, I'm like, what the hell is going on? There's such a contrast in the visual and the sound of this. Okay, now I feel like it's trying to lure me in with the weirdness that I was expecting. Because that previous bit wasn't too weird, but now it's starting to chop and change and kind of fall apart a little bit, which is what I was expecting. But I really don't want to do the whole thing if it's 12 minutes. Okay, I really like that intentional bit of like, okay, we're going to push the singers away for a minute and let the instrumentation show off. And so you had the guitar solo bit, then the drum going ape shit bit, and now the bass bit, and now they're all coming back in together. I do like that. I like that, you know, they've each now had their time to show off for like 16, 32 bars or whatever. That's good. Okay, that's about halfway through. I'm going to stop it there. However, if those of you who have watched this and want to see me react to the other half of this, then put it down below, because this was fun. It got more fun as it went along, but I don't want to commit, you know, a quarter of this video to one song. So I think 7 minutes is plenty. I don't like long songs, as you know, but like I say, if you want me to react in the next video to exactly the other half of this, and we can go through that at a later date, I will do that. Skalagrim Mr. Kveldufsson. Well, this is your first suggestion, I believe, but not exactly my kind of thing, I must confess, but interesting to be aware of and to try to digest. Very technically impressive, very mind-melty, and yeah, like I say, if you want me to go into the second half, which I am going to hazard a guess goes pretty mental, I will do that. So, hit me up. Alright, next up, we have Yunos, again, with quite a long comment. The short version is he's recommending Acid Bath and the song Finger Painting of the Insane, based on the fact that, just by coincidence me mentioning them before, Dog Fashion Disco, the artwork for this is a little bit leaning towards the taste of Dog Fashion Disco, I think. You'll see when I play it. But yeah, so this is Acid Bath, When the Kite String Pops. I guess that's the album title. And the song is Finger Painting of the Insane. let's go. You can definitely see the Dog Fashion Disco comparison. What this is also making me think of, and it could be down to the time period in which this was made, but this is kind of reminding me of Slipknot's first album. And I mean Slipknot's first album, Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat, not their self-titled. This could be like a B-side off that, where they haven't, you know, quite found their sound yet. Give me that kind of vibe. Anyway. That's a good place to pause it, I think. Okay, so this is, Eunice, you described it as sludge metal, which I would say is pretty spot on, but I'm also getting like a little bit of black metal from this as well. This is making me deeply uncomfortable, which is, I'm sure, the intention. But, you know, this is me we're talking about. I listen to a lot of weird stuff. But this it might also be the hideous John Wayne Gacy clown thing. It's very fitting. It matches the music matches the imagery perfectly, but I think the combination of it is kind of making my skin crawl. Anyway.
You
There is something comical about this. I don't know if it's intentional, but it is making me chuckle. It's something about the production, like the way that ride cymbal was just all of a sudden there, like sticking out like an extra leg from the mix. It makes me laugh. I don't know why. I'm a bit strange with things like that, I guess. What a mess. I don't know how much I can say about that. It sounded like the ramblings of a madman, or madmen. It's like these were a band that John Wayne Gacy like abducted and then forced to perform a song for him written quite quickly before he murdered them. Yeah, I'm sure it was supposed to make me feel the way it did, i.e. uncomfortable, like there's bugs crawling on me. Ugh. So I think it did what it was intending to do. Did I like this though? It's a good question. This was different. This has all been quite different so far in this collection of songs. The production was all over the place. It was so messy and clunky, and like tempo changes and time signature changes, I think. But like tempo changes and not like anything sophisticated or clever. Like it'd be going on at say 150 BPM and then it just changes to like 157 BPM. Like why bother? I've now just got the image of John Wayne Gacy in my head and I don't like it. So thank you for that, Yunus. I prefer Dog Fashion Disco, I will say that. I'm not sure I'm keen to listen to more of this. If I get super curious or run out of other music to listen to, then at least I know this exists, so I can check it out if I feel compelled to, but right now, not really. But as you intended, I gave them a shot. A shot was given. That's about as much as I can say for now, but thank you for the suggestion. Alright, so the next one is from Similar Tracks. Once again, I think Similar Tracks suggested, I think it was a song that I didn't really enjoy, because they say, under 3 minutes, I'll compensate for the long one I gave here. If you shred this one too, I will run away crying. I hope you don't believe that. So I'm guessing it must have been a song that I didn't particularly enjoy, but this time the suggestion is Deviloof, Newspeak. And Deviloof is quite a stupid name. But the logo, I'm seeing the logo here, and it looks like it's trying to be serious. Let's go. Okay. 90% of this song has been relatively generic kind of deathcore, death metal stuff. Not to say bad, but I am enjoying the weird squeaky noises both from the vocalist and the guitar? Synth, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not seeing a synth player, so I'm guessing it's a pedal or something. Could be just studio interference, I don't know. Those absurd noises are tickling my music brain. Okay, well, that was kind of brief. What was that? It's less than 3 minutes, that one. I appreciate that. That's much better than 14 bloody minutes. These have all been so strange so far, apart from the first one. That was just incredibly different. Everything's kind of made me had like an amused frown. Like, not out of annoyance, just like, what the hell is this? Repeatedly. This is on par with everything else, I think, so far. I think probably evidently quite confused by the pause in the middle of the song. Did that need to be there? This is like a mashup of so many different things, like Slipknot and kind of Deeren Grey visuals and a bit of Marilyn Manson chucked in there, and like cattle decapitation. I'll say what I said before. I did like all the squawking and squealing noises. That was funny. But once again, this is from, the other side of the world, where, they have different standards of what they may or may not take seriously, I think. And I don't know if I was supposed to take this seriously, or if it was just, like, absurdist metal. That's the way I'm interpreting it anyway. If it's not supposed to be interpreted that way, tough. I did not dislike this one, so I will not shred this one, thankfully for you, I'm sure. So no need to run away. I feel like this one in particular, for some reason, I didn't absorb as much of it as I would have liked to. Really, I mean, this is obviously, just first reaction thing, but I think to properly give a proper analysis of it, I'd have to listen to it and watch it a few times. But I did like it. The only thing that was catching my attention, production-wise, is it was very, very squashed. But that's quite typical of modern music. I assume this is from fairly recently. The drums felt very kind of plasticky, and I can tell there's been a lot of work in the studio. Instruments don't sound like this out the gate, Anyway, yeah, similar tracks. Thank you once again for a suggestion. If you have any more weird stuff like this, you know where to put it. This last one is from a viewer who I do not recognize the name of, who is Yoka5181, or Hoka, maybe, with a very simple suggestion: The Secret Geometric Power. No more, no less. No idea what to expect with this. Let's go. I like this. I very much like this. This is giving me, structurally at least, like Napalm Death vibes, where it's just out the gate, 100% full speed, doesn't stop, doesn't slow down. And what I'm kind of hoping is that the song just continues like this throughout the entire thing. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds, so kind of same as the last one, quite short. And I'm just hoping that it just does the dumb meathead thing and just continues without any interruption. But we'll see. Okay then. So it did do exactly what I was hoping it would do. Not predicting, just hoping. I was hoping that it would just... Well, I already said. That is interesting because that being the last one of these 5 is the complete polar opposite to the first one, where that was like the most soft and pretty thing I've ever reacted to, and probably the most mellow song, more importantly. That, in terms of sheer brute force intensity dynamics, definitely I think the heaviest thing that I've ever reacted to. I mean, there's different forms of heaviness, right? You've got breakdowns and stuff like that, for example, whereas that was just a square wave of a song all the way through, no breaks. I liked that. I've never heard of The Secret. Not a great name for a band. That's a book. I mean, how many things could you find on Google called The Secret, you know? I mean, I managed to find this. Hopefully this is the right thing. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, that was bloody wild. This band would make for very good gym music. I may have to look into this band. Well, Yoka 5181. Excellent suggestion. Okay, well, this was an interesting episode this time. Lots of ups and downs, and confusing moments, and generally pretty weird this time, and an interesting polar opposite first song to literally every other song. It was interesting that was the first one. Had I picked another suggestion that was like these on the same kind of weird, intense level, this might have seemed like quite a monotonous episode, but I think throwing that curveball in the beginning was quite lucky. Wasn't expecting that reaction though, holy crap. Yes! What else is there to say? What did you think of these bizarre songs? Once again, if you want me to finish that other Broken by the Scream song, I will. Because I am interested to hear it. I just don't want to, I don't want to commit that much time to one song. That's stupid. No song should be that long. So, yeah, if you want to hear it, if you want to see my reaction to it, comment down below, and I'll do it in the next one. I promise. But thank you all very much for your weird and wonderful suggestions, and whoever it was that suggested that first song, thank you. If you're new to the channel, I do this regularly, so you may want to subscribe if you want to keep seeing videos like these, and if you're already subscribed, then obviously, thank you for being here. And if you wish, you can support me on Buy Me a Coffee, where you can specifically request songs for me to react to, and I will prioritize it probably make a video out of it. You'll make my soul feel all warm and fluffy. I've still not thought of how to end videos yet though, so I'm just gonna say, go away.